I've been sitting on something for a while, and I mean more than my abundant backside. I've been waiting for the right time to release this series, and now's the right time. A source has been sending me information on a hidden Facebook group. This group broke off from the Justice of Micah group because, according to them, they are the sane ones. It's the rest of us who are just a bunch of silly wackos. I've changed the names of those involved, and there's a reason for that. And it has to do with me being so petty my last name should be Larceny. Let's get started with the adventures of the not-so-secret secret club with Chapter 1, Leader of the Pack. Everyone, meet Harmonica. She's the admin of this secret little group on Facebook, and it's known as Micah's Truth, Rational Discussion for the Micah Miller Story. First off, I just want to say how much I am loving the random capitalization for the group, girl. Way to shake things up and just make it as quirky as you are. After someone leaked a screenshot from the group, Harmonica posted this. In light of a screenshot that was shared from this group about Ken, we have removed several members who did not participate. If there's any further instances of this happening, we will dig deeper and find out who the mole is and get them out. We created this group to be able to discuss without the drama of other groups. If you're into that sort of thing, this is not the place for you, and you can kindly see your way out and stay in the closed-minded groups that thrive on it. When Lou Bega sang about a little harmonica in my life, he did not mean this one. It really sucks that someone posted a screenshot from her group. I'm not sure how to tell her about the hundreds of screenshots I have. Awkward. Seeing as how there's only about 30 people in her little group, Harmonica won't have to dig much. But what if it's not one of the non-participants? What if it's one of the superstars of your group, Harmonica? What if it's Mina, or Byton, or Crispy? Crispy too. Betty, Dilly, Pastor Dilly, Bashley, Litany, Spleno, Wendy, Bolivia, Benifer, Bean, Dim or the other Dim, Zebra, Daffy, or Skew Times C. So many fun names. What makes you think you can trust any of them? You don't actually know them, do you? I probably know more about them than you do. I'll give you a hint. Whoever the mole is was in the group when this post was hot off the press. I guess maybe you were a little hasty in kicking out those non-participants, huh? So that post is about John Paul Miller's interview he had on News Nation with the intrepid Rich McHugh. Now you would think that Harmonica is a doctor in real life, but she doesn't even play one on TV. That didn't stop her from diagnosing John Paul Miller as having autism, though. That's right. After that interview, Harmonica wrote, "Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I have an autistic granddaughter, and watching JP and his demeanor last night, along with his immature responses at times, I really think it's possible he has very high-functioning autism." And then Daffy jumps in on the diagnosis and thinks it could be why John Paul preached the day after Micah died. Harmonica says it would explain John Paul's tics and how he played with the fidget spinner during the interview. She then finishes her diagnostic assessment with explaining that John Paul's comic book obsession would point towards autism because, quote, "Autistics always have something they're basically obsessed with, and he's very socially awkward." So the woman who has a granddaughter with autism calls people with autism autistics. Also, Harmonica, just so you know, there are these lovely little punctuation marks called commas. Now, they're the ones that look like a little sideways eyebrow. Some people like to sprinkle them throughout their writing to not only make it easier to read, but also to make it appear that they are at least minimally educated. I understand why Harmonica doesn't use them. The group was all a Twitter before the interview, too, and decided that News Nation needed a background report on Abel Salas, who was married to Micah's mother. I'm not sure why they felt the need to provide this information to News Nation, other than to just be awful people. Wendy let everyone know that she sure wishes the information could get to Rich McHugh before the interview. Well, no worries, Wendy. Dilly and Skew Times C have it all under control. I don't think Micah had ever even met Abel, and he had absolutely nothing to do with her death. That doesn't matter to the Dream Team, though. I don't recall Rich McHugh asking about Abel in that interview. Maybe it's on the extended version that I haven't had the stomach to listen to yet. Or maybe Rich didn't think it brought any importance to the interview, so he didn't mention it. So this is just a tiny, tiny taste of what the group is like. There is more to come about the News Nation interview. There's also talk about the interview with Flo, about Micah's family, meds, Robbie Harvey, the settlement, John Paul's mental health, and so much more. The grand finale, whenever we get to that, will be pretty spectacular. I'll be posting this saga in a series of videos ranging in length. On YouTube, they will be in a playlist labeled The Brain Trust. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for the next installment of Mean Girls, The Menopausal Years.